How's it going, everybody? Andrew here with Astro Trends. Today we're going to be looking at Churchill Capital IV, i.e. LUCID Motors. It's a stock that people have been really excited about this year. The special purpose acquisition company had its IPO last year, and then it was rumored, I think in February, January, that there could be a merger with LUCID Motors, and that ended up going through, as you can see up here. The price tanked, seldom news phenomenon. But first, if you're new to the channel, what we do here is we combine astrological forecasting with traditional trend analysis to predict price movements in stock and crypto markets. So diving in here, it can be difficult to do trend analysis on a new stock because you get this weird behavior in the beginning with you get pumps and dumps and all sorts of stuff. But I just laid on a little pitchfork structure here to give you an idea of the channels that the price moved through, or the price action moved through. So you see it, bouncing around in these areas, coming down here. Don't let this mislead you, though. It doesn't mean that this is the bottom trend. It could fall down further here, and you would adjust the pitchfork accordingly. But so far, these ratios, I think, I'm not sure which ones I have set here. This is obviously 0.5. Maybe 0.25. You can put the Fibonacci ratios in here too. But what is looking good is we pushed above the moving averages here for a minute, and we ducked back down. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if we can push above again. You see we're might be forming a higher low right here, so we can see the beginnings of a trend reversal. We'll see if we can hold that. Keep an eye on those. Also want to keep an eye on these price levels, see if we can get a bounce around 23 or stay above 23 over here. Maybe test the 30 range, and then ultimately somewhere over here we'll want to test this horizontal here, so around 33 to 40. See if we get a bounce down back into the 30s. So we'll be fighting these levels for the next couple months, if we can, the next couple weeks rather, perhaps the next couple months, if we can maintain the support, maintain this upward trend. But let's look into the astrology and see if that can shed some light on the way that will play out. So this is set to June 22nd. It's well, this chart's a little behind, but it's about 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And if you caught our video on Palantir, we had some similar arrangements. Because they had their IPO, they both had their IPO last year, close to the, I think Palantir was in September, so 2 months apart. But yeah, they both had this Mars opposition to this configuration here, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. Jupiter's a nice planet, plays well with price action. Pluto and Saturn, though, are different stories. So building up to that transit, we saw some negative price action, kind of sucking the price down. But now that that's passed, it's now conjunct the sun. It's not as bearish as the opposition to this configuration, but still not such a great placement. But let's see, we're at 7 degrees, so it's another day or so it'll be past, maybe 2 days. We also had Venus recently conjunct Mercury, Sun recently conjunct Venus. So what's looking good is our inner planets here in the Sun, Mercury and Venus, all approaching and recently departing conjunctions to the natal placements for those same planets. And these planets all play really well together. Looks like we'll get a Venus conjunction around the same time we're getting a Sun-Mercury conjunction and a Mercury-Venus conjunction. So that'll be playing out over the next month or so. I'll take a look at that in a second. Yeah, there's some longer term indicators here I also want to get into. So let's push ahead a little bit, see what this looks like. Yeah, around early July, some of these configurations are going to start lining up. Mercury, Venus, this is July 5th. So I expect to see some upward movement in the coming months. I think based on these, just generally these coming configurations, I think we'll continue to see something like we'll continue to see something like this. And actually we had a very similar pattern developing on Palantir as well. Like you can imagine a cup formation forming here. But one thing I want to just touch on in the further term, we have Saturn here in retrograde motion. It'll be coming back to make an opposition to the Sun. And I think that really comes into play by September, even August. So if we do form this kind of cup or bowl formation, we might see, I'll just drop this in early to mid-August. If we do see that cup formation form, we might peak somewhere over here. I could see us maxing out at that same high, and then maybe retracing off and off of a cup formation. You see a handle, even if the formation doesn't play out. Cup and handle is supposed to, I believe the price target off of that is the depth of the cup. So best case scenario, this is set to logarithmic, so that's why it just shrunk up like that. You see like 100, if that played out, you'd see maybe a low hundreds range Churchill Capital stock. But seeing that Saturn formation form, I'm thinking we may form the cup or form a partial cup, at least another, it could be a lower high, maybe on one of these trend lines over here, 35, I'd say a much more conservative estimate, before retracing back down while Saturn makes that opposition to the Sun. But then it will go, it will station direct again, so Saturn will move back away from that opposition, and that's getting into fall territory later in fall and winter. So we'll keep an eye on the stock. We'll keep the updates coming as the price action plays out. Not financial advice, of course, but if you like this video, give a like and subscribe. And let us know in the comments other assets or stocks that y'all are following that you would like analyzed. And have a good day.